No, you talk. You're the one with ideas. I gave up my ideas.
Sorry to inform you.
Wow.
She just told me that you can't say Amazon.
You can't have that guy on the
can't say
same
what?
time as me.
Amazon right tunes to get you.
Can you say available on the net? On the internet?
On the internet. Just say available on the internet. That's
Look
fine.
for Smokey Miles for the hurricane. On the internet. Can't say.
I think
say,
it's better to say Amazon, no?
You
No,
can't.
because they're saying that you're selling your stuff. So.
Oh.
Okay, we're ready to go.
You can say produced by the late great Otis Blackwell.
Well, you'll say that.
Songwriter for Elvis
Yeah,
Presley.
you can acknowledge people.
Oh my goodness. Does that mean we're on?
Hey there. So once again, we have Smokey and Sally. It's been a while. It's been almost 2 months.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Wow, time flies.
since you and I put our creative energies together here.
Holy
Channel
moly,
36.
36, yep.
So I think since the last time you were on, your album "Waiting for the Hurricane,"
It did.
it did.
It did. It finally
And
came
it's on
out.
the internet.
On the internet. The World Wide Web.
Right.
So anybody looking for it, look for Waiting for the Hurricane, Smokey Miles, we can't say where,
No.
but you'll find it
Yeah.
if you're interested. And which you should be. It's a good album, actually. It took
Is there any song from that album that you'd like to play?
later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have something in mind?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you mean to play now?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to just roll in with music?
Well, you could talk about the album.
Oh, the album, it took many, many years to get it out because of the various permutations of the record business, luck, chance, everything. It was produced by Otis Blackwell
Uh-huh.
and myself, actually. Otis passed away, actually, after producing it and before it came out. But he wrote some of the greatest songs in rock and roll history.
And the titles are,
Don't Be Cruel,
yeah.
All Shook Up, Great Balls of Fire,
Wow.
Fever, Return Ascender, Elvis's biggest hits, Jerry Lee Lewis' biggest hits, James Taylor's biggest hits. And I was honored that Otis liked my songs. So they're all my songs, and Otis said, let's do them. We went
Did
to
Peggy Lee do Fever?
She did.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned Peggy Lee. Handyman, too. That was a big one. James Taylor. Little Jimmy Jones originally recorded that.
Did Otis have a favorite song of yours?
You know, he liked a lot of them. He really did. I think it was hard to tell. He liked Waiting for the Hurricane. He liked Santa Domingo. He liked a lot. It was a great collaboration, you know. He just heard the songs and says, let's do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Here's a ticket, let's go to Nashville. And he got some of the best musicians around. Chris Lusinger was on guitar, who played with Garth Brooks.
Oh.
And Crystal Gale, he was Crystal Gale's musical director for probably about 10 years. And all the people were really just top notch. So I was lucky to have that done, and they liked them too. Because we did it in Nashville, but it wasn't really a country album, and they liked that. Because they're used to country and they like country, but a little change of pace is good. So.
Very cool.
And it was really, really cool to work down there. Ernie Winfrey engineered it. I know he worked with just about everybody in the business, including, I believe, Sir Paul McCartney and I think Fleetwood Mac, I believe. It was an exciting time. It's a long time ago, and sometimes you just got to wait for this stuff to come out. I don't know what to say. Like if you make a movie and then it doesn't come out, and then years later it comes out. You're surprised, right? Pleasantly surprised.
I can't remember the title. Blue was in it, but the movie that Jessica Lange got the Oscar for was a situation like that.
Yeah.
Where she made it and was sort of on the shelf for a long time, and came out and she got the Oscar.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It can happen.
So would you sing to me?
I'll sing. I will sing to you. You roused me out of my cave to sing. I mean, I'm just there, hiding in the cave now, or singing whenever I can. So anyway, this one is not on the album, but it just...
You wrote it?
Yeah, I wrote it a while back, and just felt like doing it. See if we can do it. It's called Natural Man. That's all. What about those artificial people walking up and down the street, thinking they're so clever, snubbing everyone they meet? Don't tell me about those phony balonies telling me how to live my life. I'm alright the way I am. I still believe in perfect love. I still believe in true romance. Living and live is what this world ought to be made of. I take my stand. I'm a natural man. I'm a natural man in an artificial world. It's plastic, fantastic, spins you around. Natural man in an artificial world. I'm just trying to keep my feet on the ground. Just trying to keep my feet on the ground. I've had enough of hypocrites and liars. All they want's what's right for them. For you they do not care. They never would play fair. Don't tell me about those double dealers. They think that they're so cool. They don't even know they're really the fools. I know that I am not perfect. Only a fool would think he is. I'm just trying to do what I do best. Please understand, I'm a natural man. I'm a natural man in an artificial world. It's plastic, fantastic, spins you around. Natural man in an artificial world. I'm just trying to keep my feet on the ground. Just trying to keep my feet on the ground. I still believe in perfect love. I still believe in true romance. The living that live is what this world ought to be made of. I take my stand. I'm a natural man. I don't like those blind conformists who want to straitjacket you for life. Slap a label on you, tell you it's wrong and what's right. I'd rather be a tightrope walker, walking on my own true path. I'll never be somebody's slave. I'd go my way, it's my right. Whether I'm wrong or I'm right. To my own self, I got to be true, and I take my stand as a natural man. I'm a natural man in an artificial world. It's plastic, fantastic spin. You around, natural man in an artificial world. I'm just trying to keep my feet on the ground. I'm a natural man in an artificial world. It's plastic, fantastic spin. You around, natural man in an artificial world. I'm just trying to keep my feet on the ground. Just trying to keep my feet on the ground. Just trying to keep my feet on the ground.
Great. Great. I'm just a natural man trying to keep my feet on the ground.
That's about it.
When did you write it?
Oh gosh, I don't know. There's so many of them. They come to me, later on and say, "Oh, I remember writing that."
Did you tell me once you have about 1,000 songs?
Oh, maybe more. I don't know how many are good though, but I think a lot probably. I'm just picking through it. I just find a lot of crazy permutations in my life. Moving around and this and that, and boxes of them. So I'm just trying to put some order to it and see what's good, and then put out another album. Sing them.
Cool.
Try to find something you like, and that'd be a happy moment. Find some good songs.
So what else?
All right. Well, I'll do the one from the album.
Yeah.
The title track.
Waiting for the Hurricane.
Waiting for the Hurricane. I think I played that here once.
Yeah, you
before.
did. It was great.
Should I do it again then?
Yes.
Or it's in the archives. Whoop. Actually, this one, I'll tell a little story.
Yeah.
It was an odyssey. It started out in New York City, and then took kind of one of these drive-away cars to Mississippi, and we were on that raft, and there was a hurricane, and the boat came. We were on a raft like Tom Sawyer. They were doing shows along the banks, and then all of a sudden, it was like, whoa, there's a hurricane, and a big riverboat came and rescued us.
Wow.
Otherwise, no song, no me here, everything.
No Smokey.
Yeah, no, that's it. Hurricane, wait for the hurricane. I looked out my window, the clouds were hanging low. The twisted, tortured landscape was like a painting by Van Gogh. The seagulls flew in spirals with a strange airy din. It disappeared and you could hear every change in the wind. While we're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. Now the sea begins a-raging and the ground starts to rock. All doors are flung wide open, they're unhinged at the lock. The shepherd brings his sheep to shelter, each creature seeks its twin. But the sky's so dark and cloudy now, you can't see anything. Now we're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. By the moonlit windswept lighthouse, it's like a silent movie in the rain. Harlequins and jesters juggle bullets on the plains. The hermit's on the mountain watching the craggy earth spin. His lantern is his signal to let the lost and homeless in. While we're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. By the moonlit windswept lighthouse, it's like a silent movie in the rain. Harlequins and jesters juggle bullets on the plain. And the hermit's on the mountain watching the craggy earth spin. His lantern's a signal to let the lost and homeless in. While we're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. In the caverns of the city, prophets scribble on the walls, sing elegies in the hallways where the drunken legions crawl. Outside near the street lamp, faces of old gamblers grin. Underneath frozen awnings, old friends say, where you been? We've been waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. Some of them search for fortune, some are looking for fame. Some build their reputations, and some preserve their names. Some are lost in madness, some wallow in their sins. You can watch them from the tower at the time the day grows dim. While we're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. River, the raft floats downstream. The sun casts off neon sparks, the barges cough up steam. There's a sudden shift in the weather, then the river swirls and spins. The oarsmen gather to the center to hold their strength back in. And wait for the hurricane, wait for the hurricane, wait for the hurricane to begin. They built the highway in Babylon, they call the road of the kings. Highwaymen go riding by with devils on their wings. In the forest of no return, in a fireland, 3 pilgrims have found shelter from the fierce pounding wind. While they're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. Waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. Waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin.
Wow. Great. That's an epic.
An epic, yeah.
How do you remember all that?
I don't know. I mean, I used to perform it a lot, so it's amazing it came back to me like that,
What's the funniest thing that ever happened to you?
The funniest thing that ever happened to me. Funny.
While performing.
Oh, while performing? Oh, I'll tell you, the funniest thing ever happened to me. I was on stage at the a theater in Hollywood. I think I was playing. I don't remember if I was playing the accordion or the guitar. And I turn around. The audience is starting to, and there was a rather large naked man dancing behind me. It was pretty funny. I mean, you know.
And you performed quite a while without knowing it.
I performed quite a while without knowing it, and then once I knew it, you know, it made it a little disco-y, you know.
Did you turn around and perform to him?
Well, you know, for a little bit, but I'm kind of shy, so, you know, I just let him do his thing. But a lot of funny things happen. Yeah, well, when you're performing, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I was doing a play once called USA, John Dos Passos, USA, in Cambridge at the Club 47. Joan Baez and her sister were performing 4 nights a week, and me and this troupe of actors were performing the other 3. And my heel, mind you, I was 17 years old. My heel got stuck in a hole in the floor, and my whole shoe went down. My heel went down, and I couldn't come up, and I couldn't go down.
Oh, no.
So I stayed there for 40 minutes. The actors thought I was nuts. Why isn't she moving? I kept doing everything with this one leg, you know, completely gone through the stage. Oh my God.
How'd you get it out? I mean, you don't cut your leg off.
Well, after the play was over and everyone applauded, then I said, well, somebody please help me get my foot out. And one time I was doing a play, Anna Christie by Eugene O'Neill. At this point I was 18. And it was New Haven, Connecticut, in summer stock. And David O. Selznick's son directed me, Danny Selznick. And I was so intent on being dramatic back then. You know, everything had to be operatic. And I was doing my monologue or something, and suddenly the set fell down on me. And there was blood coming down my leg. And again, I refused. I always heard that the show must go on. So I just kept doing Eugene O'Neill. And the set was sort of rested on me, and the blood was coming down my leg. And the audience was sort of shocked. But I just, you know, kept on going. A lot of weird things happen performing, huh?
Yeah. Well, you want to hear more? I mean, this is fun now.
Okay.
I was doing a play called Rock and Roll Heaven, a musical.
Uh-huh.
Heaven Rocks, Rock and Roll Heaven, changed title. And I was playing Moses. I had a long beard. And this was a couple of years ago in Hollywood. And when there was a heat wave, and the air conditioning broke. So we get up on stage. By the time the show would start, the audience was already in a coma. It was about 120 degrees. And I get there with the beard and the mustache, and Moses, it was all about dead rock and roll stars, and then there was Moses, Jesus, and the burning bush was played by an incredible singing black woman who was the burning bush. Anyway, I'm Moses, I'm talking to Jesus who's hanging out in a lawn chair, and my mustache starts to peel off because
you're sweating.
I'm sweating. It was hot. And so I'm doing the whole scene like this. And then at the end of the scene, I couldn't do it anymore. Jesus is laughing. And Jesus took my mustache, put it in the lawn chair. And then at the end of the scene, he picked it up again and handed it to me. And I put it on. He got the biggest laugh of the show, I got to say.
Oh, I'm glad it was a comedy.
Well, yeah. Certainly turned into one, I tell you that.
Oh, God.
That was good.
I can remember back in the day when I was being an Andy Warhol girl. It was his birthday, and somebody called me up and said, we think it'd be really great if you came out of a cake for Andy's birthday. And I said, are you going to make it 5 feet tall or something? I mean, appropriate for you to come out of. Yeah, we're going to build this cake. And then the rumor was that Mick Jagger was going to be there singing I Can't Get No Satisfaction. And I was going to come out of the cake, and he was going to be singing I Can't No Satisfaction, and it was Happy Birthday, Andy. So I went to this place, wherever it was, and I had Ken Scott jewelry. I had baby oil all over my body, and a couple strings covering me, you know. This is the early middle 60s. Maybe it was 64 or something. And I had all this, you know, snakes made out of fake jewels all around my arms, legs. And so back then it was a twist.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm twisting, and the jewelry is flying. Mick didn't show up, so they put a record on, and it was just unbelievable how Andy was just sitting there, enthralled. This jewelry's flying all over the place, and the New York Times the next day said, the first happening. It was.
Wow,
It was
the very first happening.
Yeah. Enid, the woman who reported it was Enid, E-N-I-D, Nemy, N-E-M-Y, New York Times.
Now, you had mentioned Danny Selznick?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, the reason... Well, Billy Selznick must have been his nephew
I don't know.
or his son. I don't know. But, yeah, that's how I came out to California the first time. I was up in Woodstock, New York, crashing on Billy Selznick's couch. He made Mandela art. Beautiful stuff. And everything was fine. It was like, okay, sleep on the couch. And then he says, my parents are coming. They're bourgeois. You got to get out of here. Here's a blanket. So I went in a field in Woodstock. I slept with, I think there was some cows.
I was going to say you and the cows.
Me and the cows. Did I tell this story before to you?
I think you told me. I don't know if you told the television world.
Well, the television world. So there I was, sleeping in a field of cows, not sleeping very well. And I said, I think I'm going to go to California. This was Woodstock, New York. So I got up about 4:30, or
And hitched?
I hitched. I stuck my thumb out.
You had $1 in your pocket?
Maybe $5. I don't know. I had a guitar.
You had your guitar.
I had a guitar and a blanket, that I strapped.
That's
to
all
my
you need
belt.
with your talent.
Well, I ended up in Chicago and then went down to Boulder, Colorado. And I was sitting on a park bench with the guitar, not wondering what I'm doing here, what I'm going to do next.
Did you get money for food?
Well, I must have. I mean, it was pretty remarkable. There was a girl who came by. She said, "What are you doing with the guitar? Can you play?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I'll get you the best gig in town." And next thing, I was opening for Freddie King, the great Texas blues man.
Smokey, we only have a minute.
Are you kidding? I did.
I
Wow,
know.
they were long songs. I thought I'd do that.
Can you do a minute of blues, and then we'll just go right into the closing credits?
Oh, what the heck? Sure. Why not?
My favorite thing.
Let's see. All right, here we go. This is one. Let's see. What should we do? I got a woman in the country, a woman in the town. I never ever see him, 'cause I keep rambling round. I got the hoochie coochie blues. I got the hoochie coochie blues. Got the hoochie coochie blues, and I don't know what to do. Got a woman in the valley, a woman on the hill. If this one won't do it, the other surely will. I got the hoochie coochie blues. I got them hoochie coochie blues. Got the hoochie coochie blues, and I don't know what to do. The hard times are coming down. I tell you what to do. You find yourself somebody who's gonna stay real close to you. Got a llama in Bahama, a leopard down in Spain, a horse in Kansas City, but it just ain't the same when you got them hoochie coochie blues. You got them hoochie coochie blues. You got them.